Hey, it's Peter from goivy.com, and today's video is really going to be an answer to a question that comes up a lot, which is if you're out to hire a Magento developer, how do you know that you're talking to the right one? This post here will give you some good information. If you go on Google and do a search for, say, hire Magento developer, you'll see, what do we have, about almost 500,000 results. And what you're going to find here, and actually it's interesting that when you do a search for hire Magento developer, a lot of what will come up are job sites looking to I'll take a look at this one, looking to kind of sway you into obviously hiring them. And there are a good amount of Magento developers out there. We work with a variety of them that work here at GoIvy, but we've also consulted with developers that we're really not even associated with. And the thing that we see more often than not is that, well, here's another one, hiremagento.com. It's a pretty nice site, good information. The problem that you're going to run into when you're hiring a Magento developer is that you really don't know their level of expertise, in, say, a Magento upgrade or a Magento downgrade, as well as troubleshooting, which really plays into it. A lot of things can happen when you do an upgrade or downgrade, or if you have speed issues. So you want to make sure, and if you look at questions here, you want to make sure that you're asking, questions that kind of will help you compare apples to apples when you're talking to a good amount of other candidates that are looking to do Magento work for you. The number one question is do you have bona fide case studies and testimonials of past client work? And that's a good question to ask as the number one, because it really helps you determine whether or not they're even right for the job. One of the things that is important to us is customer service. So we make sure that if there's anything left in a project, even a small item, that it gets taken care of in a timely manner. So try and ask for at least 6 to 12 references. Another thing that you want to look for are video case studies. Almost no one has them. We do case studies here in video really just to share projects that have a unique set of problems. If you look on our videos page here, and we're adding videos all the time, you'll see some case studies of different client sites that we worked on and what we did. Question number 2 you really need to ask, and actually it's a series of questions. What is a unit test? How about recursion? Even better, how would you approach a Magento downgrade? Those questions really will, the answers rather, will really give you a better understanding of their skills in Magento. Don't fall for the old one, which is, how many years have you been working in Magento? That's a pretty easy question to answer. What you want to do is really kind of get an understanding of the questions that will really determine if they're even right for your project. So we have 3 questions here that you really need to ask is, what you're doing unit testing, what's your process to test and why. Here's another good one, which is what's your opinion of Modman, and have you used it in any of your projects? Another one is, are you able to speak on Skype or telephone daily? That's a biggie. You don't want to be having to reach out to your developer just through email. A lot of contractors and developers will hide behind email because they don't have the communication skills, or even worse, they have another job. They're doing this on a part-time basis. When you find someone that does that kind of work, you know, extra hours at night or on weekends around a full-time job, you're risking your project not only in getting done, but if it does proceed and it gets done, the follow-up can be pretty sketchy if you have bugs, which brings us to number 3. You know, what about bug fixes? How do they handle them? You know, as you can see here, we touch on this because we all know that there's going to be bugs when your site goes live, the Magento issues get fixed, your speed optimization is improved. Down the road, I guarantee you will probably have bugs. We offer unlimited bug repair at no charge because we know that at some point you're going to need additional help, either troubleshooting or if your speed has issues. We're here. This is all we do full time. So, you know, if you have any questions or you want us to look at one of your projects, you can just hit our contact page here and just enter your information. Please put a good amount of information about your project, your website, you know, your best email address, and we'll get right back in touch. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll have more videos soon. Cheers.